Hey, my lovely Willow Vibes tribe members. I am Jessica from Willow Vines Intuitive Vibes, and I'm here to do a reading for my lovely fire signs. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stick around. Hope you do stay. I'd love it if you would. And thank you for joining me, sticking around, and all that stuff. Liking the videos really helps. I wanted to say initially, because I was going to pull some cards like I did for all the other elements and whatever, but I don't know, shuffling, it's like, screw it, let's just do this. Let's do this. We're going to do this. So there are some fire signs or people around you who are just like gung-ho about something. Like, yep, we're just doing it. I'm not even going to think about it anymore. We're just taking action. Fire is all about action, I'm just saying. So someone wants to take action in a situation. And I also feel like there's some of you who are looking into your ancestry. You could be going to like ancestry.com. You could be looking through your lineage, like where did you come from kind of thing. Where'd you come from, Cat and I Joe? There's an orb. I don't know why I was thinking that all of a sudden, but anyways, some of you could be looking up your ancestry and stuff like that as well. Because family is very strong here. Something significant to do with your family or a family situation, but it doesn't just feel like your immediate family. It feels like, long-standing family, like not just your kids, your spouse, if you have one, or exes or whatever, your parents, your grandparents, great-grandparents, great-great, and so on and so forth. Like, I don't know, I feel like I'm going down the line for some reason. So someone's looking up their ancestry, ultimately. It's like you want to know where you came from. And some of you, even if you're not looking up your ancestry, you could be talking to people of an older generation, like your grandparents, great-grandparents, shit like that, great aunts, uncles, what have you. I don't know, I feel like I'm learning about the family. I'm learning about my own family in some sort of way. And it could have something to do with spirit. Maybe some of you are learning about your family through spiritual communication, mediumship, whether you do it yourself or you're talking to a medium, like your family members who have passed on could have been, or could be coming through. I don't know, there's some unanswered questions that are getting answered for some people, because then we have zombie. Ghost is regret and zombie is control. So someone might be regretting that they tried to control a situation, or there's a controlling family member in here somewhere. Apple, risk and reward, but I do feel like somebody wants to take a risk, and you will be well rewarded for whatever risk you decide to take in the situation, because you're letting go of control. You're not letting your family control you. It's like, this is how we've always done things. This is how it is, but this is how we're doing it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're making changes. You need to make changes because you don't want to sit in regret. Something about a host. Somebody's hosting a gathering, a party, or they're a host of a show of something. A host. Someone's a host of a ghost show. Paranormal activity. So there could be some people who watch this who are part of the paranormal community. Whether you're in the entertainment business or not, you could be like a quote-unquote rookie, or maybe you're not a high roller. I don't know why that popped in my head, but whatever it means to you, you're either, you make bank because you're on TV, or I don't feel like anyone who watches me is on TV. I'm just saying. You never know, though. You never know, because it could get around. It's the internet. But somebody has a ghost show. Excuse me. Ghost hunting. Someone's a ghost hunter. And that person's controlling. I don't know. What the fuck? Bye. Bye, 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 bye. So if there's someone in this situation who's a ghost hunter, they have a show of some kind, whether it's on YouTube or some part of the internet that they post this stuff on, it would be a video. It's not just photographs. That person was trying to control a situation. They could have been trying to control a family dynamic even. Because I don't feel like they're trying to control the dead, but this person, I just heard necromancy. What the fuck? Someone could be dealing with that. And I know, like, from TV shows and shit, people, when you talk about necromancy and stuff like that, people assume that it's fictional because of fictional movies. You know, it's like, I'm a necromancer and I'm controlling the dead like a zombie. It's like, you rose from the ground, here you are. That's not how that goes. In reality, if you're practicing necromancy, you're trying to control the dead, like, energetically. Like, do my bidding for me. You know what I mean? So someone could be doing that, or they were trying to. There could be rituals here. I feel like I'm trying to control an outcome. And this has something, this is not for everyone, and this is not going to be the whole reading, but this is prominent for some reason. There's someone who does, I don't know, they go ghost hunting. We'll just leave it at that. They go ghost hunting. No matter what that means to you, them, whoever. Because there's nothing wrong with that. But this person isn't just going like, is anybody out there? like, you know, like waiting for experiences. They're trying to control experiences. What the they're trying to control experiences, like either making crap up or provoking. I just want to say right now, if anyone, you know, in the paranormal community, if you want to go out ghost hunting, that's totally fine. Be respectful. Be respectful, because that won't end well if you're not. Because all that demonic crap that people talk about, that's when that shit happens. That's when energies fight back. We'll just leave it at that. When you're not being respectful of their resting place, of their property, of who they are. You know, actually, that's one thing that ticks me off about those paranormal shows. I was going to say reality shows, but those paranormal shows. Because I was going to go into that where, I don't know, because that's where it's kind of leading me. It's almost like someone, there could be an amateur ghost hunter here who's trying to be like what they see on the Travel Channel or whatever channel, like what they see on TV, like where they provoke. That's not good. What those people are doing for entertainment purposes only is it's scripted. 90% of the time it's scripted and it's phony baloney. Some of it is realistic and some of it isn't. Just keep that in mind whenever you're watching something on TV, just saying. And someone could be trying to copy quote unquote professionals when they're not really professionals. Just because you know you're tech savvy and you know certain technical devices and whatever doesn't mean that you understand the great beyond. You know what I mean? What? I'm recording. Just FYI. You need to go into people's homes, public places, cemeteries, whatever, if you're going to do that with respect. And if they want to talk to you, they will. If they want to make themselves known, they will. Don't force anything, and someone could be using editing apps as well. I don't know, whatever that is. Someone's doing something like that, or they're doing it the wrong way because their education on the subject matter came from entertainment and not reality. I just heard, we don't bow down to you. So that's spirit saying that, like, we don't bow down to anyone. We're not going to give you what you want, ultimately. Like, 90% of the time when it comes to legitimate paranormal investigators, when they're, like, begging and begging, they don't always get, they don't get results because it depends on who you're dealing with, you know what I mean? But why are we going to give you what you want when you're just fucking shit up for us? That's what that feels like. Chaos. Yeah, there's a tower moment here for someone. And it might have something to do with the supernatural or the other side. Regardless, I feel like there's a breakdown in a situation. There's a realization, is what it feels like. And an apple is significant. Apples, an Apple device. Someone could be using their phone to record things when they're going to locations. Something like that. Don't mess with things you don't understand. And I want to reiterate this for some reason, especially talking about what I was just talking about. When it comes to magic, a lot of people believe they just think like, oh, it's just a bunch of hocus pocus, magic isn't real. Because when someone mentions magic, you automatically think of Harry Potter or Hocus Pocus. The movies where you see a wand is like zap from their fingers. You can physically see the magic manifesting in front of your eyes. That's not realistic magic. That is imaginative. That's fiction. You know what I mean? But that's what we're drawn to. It's like, oh, magic. That's what I think of. Sparkles everywhere and things morphing in front of your eyes. No, magic is manifestation. It's intention. It's if you have enough intent towards this, that, or the other, you can create something from nothing if you really think about it. I mean, why am I going off on this? But I was going to start talking about frequencies because I'm thinking of dimensional shifts, which is totally different, but with different frequencies and stuff. So when I say that you're high vibing, you're low vibing, you're in between, whatever, like you vibe with someone, you're on the same vibration energetically. Energy is power. It's the lights that we use. It's the power that powers our houses. It's Wi-Fi. It's all that crap. There's a sense of power with all of that. So if you think about it, if you're on the same vibration, the same energetic vibration as another person, yes, you can talk telepathically to them. If you're on the same vibration, which is why sometimes like mediums and psychics, they're like with me personally, my vibration will fluctuate because I match the vibration of who's around me, which is why I feel sad and low, and then I'm really happy, and then I'm myself, like, you know what I mean? And that can happen to a lot of people, and we don't understand it because we don't think beyond ourselves, and it's like, oh, that's just crazy. But if you think about vibrations, all matter is created. It's all on a different frequency. It's like a radio. Even excuse me, this card, okay, I'm touching it, it's tangible, I can feel it. This is vibrating at a different frequency than I am, which is what's making it tangible. If I was the same frequency as this, I would be the same as this. Like, I don't know how to explain it, because why am I going, it makes me feel like Star Trek all of a sudden. The little booth things they go in, and they just like turn into particles, and then they're somewhere else or whatever. That's like time travel, or that's not time travel, well, it kind of is, but it's more, I don't know what the hell it's called, when you go from one place to the other. But anyways, like lickety split, like I'm here, then I'm over there, like in an instant. That's has to do with the frequency and the you're vibing on the same, like you got to find that frequency that makes you be able to pass through things. Because if I could be on the same frequency as this or similar, I could put my hand through this card. I don't know why the hell I'm talking about that. But anyways, maybe someone's into that or they're researching it because it's coming up for some reason. So what's this chaos stuff about? Could have something to do with traveling or the travel channel, because I want to talk about ancient aliens all of a sudden. Long distance, new faces, new places. Some of you could be traveling around doing this paranormal investigations, or you're traveling from location to location to do something, or that's what's coming up for you. I just heard we need more mediums in our field. So maybe some of you, if you are a psychic medium or anything like that, maybe a company or a group of people could be reaching out to you to see if you want to be part of their team and do something. As long as they're legitimate is all I have to say about that. And you'll know. I mean, if they're asking you because you're a psychic medium, you'll have a feeling, you'll know. I don't know, there's travel here. And it might happen suddenly. Because there's a change. Whatever the sudden change is making someone move. You're either relocating or you're moving forward. Like, I'm driving over here. I'm flying over there. I'm taking a fucking boat to this island. Whatever it is. There's travel. Something significant with travel. For some of you, there is someone from your past who is regretting the fact that they controlled themselves, their feelings, their emotions, whatever, controlled the situation, and they did travel away from you. And they could have done that very suddenly, or that's what's coming up for some of you. But I feel like with regret that has already happened, if that's the case. And I just heard another one bites the dust. Another one down, another one down, another one bites the dust. So a lot of you are saying goodbye to different people. Like, yep, this gone, be gone, bitches. Something like that. Anyways, let's see. Someone is worried. They're very worried. Someone can't sleep at night. For some of you, especially talking about paranormal activity and ghosts and the other side and all that, some of you could be getting woken up at odd times because Spirit's trying to talk to you. Maybe you're understanding it, maybe you're not. Could be a youngster, a child of yours who is dealing with that, or a friend of yours. Or you yourself and your friend is seeing it. I don't know, something like that. But this feels like Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It's earth energy. Someone's haunted by their past. There is a child in the situation who is haunted by their past because something traumatic happened to them. And then there is also somebody else that could just be a friend of yours, some acquaintance of some kind, someone you know, that isn't, I don't know, they're not like a major impact on your life. That they're not they're not an integral part of your life, but they're around, or they were. They're regretting hosting something. There's a friend of yours who regrets hosting something. Like, I never should have hosted this gathering. I never should have invited you over. This shouldn't have happened. And they might be coming to that realization because of someone who's crossed over. I don't know. I almost feel like someone messed with someone and they didn't think it'd be that big of a deal, and then they realized something. There's like a realization here, and they regret it. Like anyone but you. Like, I wouldn't even feel bad if I did this to anyone, but I feel bad that I did it to you. I'm gonna cry. Someone feels bad that they did something to you, potentially because someone on the other side spoke up in some sort of way, whatever that means to you. Oh my gosh, this is gonna make me cry. Equal give and take, 6 of Pentacles, but that's under control. Someone was controlling who gave to you and who didn't, or how much they would give to you. Like, I regret not giving to you because I was holding myself back. What's this Tower about, this chaos? Waiting. Someone's just waiting for a problem. Waiting for change. You're waiting for a problem to come in. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This Queen of Cups person might be waiting for a problem to come in. They're waiting for change. Someone left you waiting, or you left them waiting, one or the other. But I don't feel like this Queen of Cups person is really waiting. I just feel like I don't feel like they're waiting for a specific person, or you're not, because this Queen of Cups could be your energy. She's just very loving, nurturing, and very intuitive. Doesn't matter what your sun sign is. So it could be a fire sign that has water in their chart, or vice versa, whatever. But it's like, I'm just waiting for the ball to drop. I'm waiting for the tornado. It's like storm chasers. That's what's making me think of all of a sudden. It's making me think of what happened in Oklahoma. I think it was back in 2012 when they had multiple tornadoes touch down. I think one of them was like, is it E? Is it E or F? I can't remember, because one's for earthquakes, one's for tornadoes, but whatever. It was like a fucking 4 or 5, whatever it was. It was massive. And it tore down the elementary school and stuff. It devastated Oklahoma, like different cities and stuff. But in that, like, thinking about that storm, the cluster of storms, like what was happening, it was very unpredictable. Because if you think about tornadoes, it's like, okay, you can kind of see it coming. Once it's there, it's like, all right, you'll see the eye of the storm, the formation. You know, it's like, all right, we don't know exactly where it's going to touch down, but this is the general vicinity, and then they can prepare people. But what happened in that storm is it was just like multiple, and it was unpredictable. It's like, wow, we just don't know where the hell everything's going. Like, it didn't do what it normally would have done. The storm, the tornado didn't, and that's what created all the devastation. So someone changed course. Someone did something out of the norm. They did something they don't normally do. Like, I might have normally waited around, but then I decided not to. I decided to stop talking. I decided to block. I decided to, I don't know, you changed course in some sort of way, or someone in the situation did, and it threw everyone off. Like, what? Like, you're predictable, because that's what it's making me think of, like with the storm, with a person. You're predictable. This is your routine. This is what you always do, or you do something very similar. There's a pattern here. You broke the pattern. You broke the chain. You're not doing the same shit that you always did. People don't know what to expect from you now, because it's like this, and then all of a sudden you're going this, that, over here, this, that, up here, down here. it's like up high, down low, too slow. That's what it feels like. You're throwing people off, and that could be a tower moment for someone, because now they don't know what to do. Now they don't know what to do, or you don't know what to do. Someone doesn't know what to do because someone was so predictable and now they're not. It's like, we don't know what to expect from you. We don't know what actions you're going to take. We don't know what's going to come out of your fucking mouth. We don't know what you're going to do, where you're going to go. We don't know which way is up anymore. And that is what's changing the situation around. Yeah. Someone can't move forward now because they don't know what to expect from you. I don't know. If there was someone who is controlling in this situation, where you had a routine, like, you know, maybe you'd talk and then not talk for so long, but you'd always come back around, and then you don't, they're going, what? Something ended. You're not talking to someone anymore for some reason. You're not traveling towards them. You made more than one change, is what I want to say. More than one change. I don't know. It's just you can think of all of a sudden. If you're walking around picking up pennies, like, oh, a penny, oh, a penny, and you're all excited about that, great. You know, I get excited over them too. But I'm picturing like someone that's like, oh, I pick up all the pennies, and then all of a sudden it's like, I'm not picking up those fucking pennies anymore. I don't care if I see them. Like, I'll note it to myself, like, thanks, Spirit, I see the penny. I'm not going to pick it up. I'm only going to pick up dimes. I'm only going to pick up quarters. Most people will pick up quarters, I'm just saying. But you're making a change. That's just an example. It's like, I'm not stopping for pennies anymore. I'm only picking up dimes. Yeah, because you're not confused at all. If there's someone who was all up in their head, they didn't know which direction to go in, they didn't know what to do in this situation, whatever, they're regretting their past actions because they know exactly what they should have done. Yeah, they're regretting it. They're regretting being walled off. They're regretting being blocked off. They're regretting being defensive. I just heard I should have stood up for you. I should have stood up for you. I shouldn't have just sat back and allowed this person, that person to say this, do that, whatever. Someone wishes that they would have, you know, took control over themselves, over the situation, gave to you and stood up for you. That's what it feels like. A lot of times when I cough, it's spirit coming through because I'm totally fine. It'll hit me out of nowhere. I don't know. I feel like somebody saw love. It's almost like a butterfly, because butterfly is about transformation, and it's like this butterfly floated in and landed on their finger. And it's like, oh, this butterfly is so beautiful. This love is so beautiful. But instead of going, yes, I'm going to embrace this, they just sat there and looked at it, and the butterfly was like, yep, I gotta move on now, and flew off somewhere else. And they could be regretting that they let something beautiful slip through the cracks. Oh, we have a decision here with the Two of Wands. Somebody made a piss poor decision. Maybe because they were being controlled, but I feel like they were just controlling the situation between the two of you. I just heard, why was I so confused? Why was I so confused? So someone was all up in their head, didn't know what to do, and it's like, why? Why was I so confused? Everything's so clear all of a sudden. Like, why was this so foggy initially? Sometimes when we walk away and end things, that's what happens. That's the outcome. People realize where they went wrong. Could be a friend of yours. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is what I was going to say, but this is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, which is, could be you even. You could be the friend. This is a message of good news. I feel like someone in this situation listened to themselves, just kind of cease contact. They're just focused on them. They're changing up their routine. They're changing up the dynamic where it's like you're not as predictable as you were before, and you've made the decision to turn your back on this situation. But there is a message of good news coming in. And because you turned your back on the situation, that's why this person is coming in. Like, I still have something to say. Like, I'm not done talking kind of thing. That's what it feels like. This person's trying to gain the strength and courage to say something. It's minimal, but this isn't bad. Whatever this communication is, it's not a bad thing. And it might shock you. It might come out of nowhere. They could be being unpredictable, taking notes from your book. You know what I mean? Like, all right, well, you're changing course, you're doing this, and this. I'm just going to come in like a whirlwind too, and I'm going to say something. So someone wants to communicate with you. Yeah, they do. They want to bring in justice. They want to balance out the situation. I feel like there could be a reconciliation here for some of you. This person wants to know if they can fix things between the two of you. Because they're recognizing whatever this connection is. This person might live at a distance from you, not necessarily. Lynn, that could be someone's name, Lynn, or Lynn, Massachusetts, the name of a city or a town, because there could be multiple Lynns in different countries and states and whatever, but Lynn. I'm not confused. I know what I want. King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. I know what I want. I'm not confused. Because we have the Two of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups. And it's like, I know exactly what I want. I'm not confused. I'm not going this or that or you or them. I know what I want. I know who I want. This King of Wands, no matter what their sun sign is like very passionate about you. They see the love. They know that you're stable, that you're not all up in the air. There's stability, financial stability, a new opportunity, and love. And passion. Because he's like, wow, oh my gosh. Like, I don't know, I feel like I'm seeing something, like I'm watching something. Oh my goodness. Like, this is, oh, I love this. I love this. I love what I'm seeing. That's what it feels like. I love what I'm seeing. For some of you, this is romantically speaking, where there's someone looking at you going, I love everything I see. You are amazing. You blow my mother mind. Like, you are just like, you're the cat's meow. You know what I mean? Like, this dude is like, oh, holla. They want to holla at you. Holla back, girl. You know what I mean? Anyways, they want that. They want your ass. And not just for sexual reasons. They just love everything about you. Like, I'm just so sucked in. I'm sucked in. That's in love land. But there's also an energy here, someone who's very powerful, someone who has a level of authority. They're charismatic, charming, They could be an owner of a company, or they're a higher up. This person can make decisions if it's not love related. And whatever you're doing creatively for work or whatever, they might be noticing. And this person's going, I like what I see. I like what you're, I see what you're putting down, and I want to pick it all up, and I want to pay you for it. I don't know. There could be a job opportunity coming in for some of you because you're being recognized. So if any of you are in the public eye and you just feel like no one pays attention, or you're just doing it for yourself, there is potentially someone at a distance who has a lot of clout, who's seeing something that you're doing, and they want to move forward with you. That's just for some. That's a very small message, but that's in here, which would be friggin' epic, wouldn't it? Just saying. So some of you might not be on TV right now, but you could be in the future. Just saying. Don't let greed and all that crap get in the way. And don't let controlling mofos stop you from achieving your goals as well. So let's see. What do we need to know when it comes to love land? There is someone who is a little controlling, and the truth about that is coming out. So they need to get bent. If you want to deal with a dominatrix, or you want to be one yourself, maybe post it on OnlyFans and have paying clients. I'm just saying, because if there's someone who's unwilling, don't be doing that. Let it be a fetish and leave it at that. Sometimes the stuff I say embarrasses me, and I don't know why, because I'm not embarrassed by it. So maybe some people watch it and go, oh my God, Jess, why are you saying that? But I'm just saying, because it's making me think of, like, you've been a bad boy. I'm going to punish you kind of thing. Like someone who's controlling, like, you can't do this. You're going to do what I say. Leave it in the bedroom or on OnlyFans. You know what I mean? If it's in a relationship, piss off. That shit's for the birds. So, unraveling, truths exposed, falling apart. Someone's figuring shit out, which is why they're in regret. Open up, shy, timid, reserved. Someone's trying to control themselves. They're potentially controlling the way that you and them communicated with each other, or whatever they said to you. Hot chocolate can be significant as well. I feel like they want to bring warmth to the situation because they were very cold before, because this card feels very cold and isolated. I mean, if you're dead and buried in the ground, it's fucking freezing, you know what I mean? And then you got to warm it up. Someone was controlling the situation and it killed it. And now they're going, all right, I got to bring it back to life. Let me breathe life back into the situation. Yeah. Because you guys were on different pages. That's probably where the chaos is coming in. Some of you could be battling it out with another person, no matter who that is to you. Like, you just don't agree with what they're saying, doing, whatever. And that's okay. If you guys can't reach a resolution because this person doesn't want to pay attention, or they just don't see where you're coming from, let them go. Let it fly. Why create problems when you don't need